Hello friends, good morning. Today is a Saturday morning and this is a time to make one of our weekend videos where we are discussing different concepts related to research. So far we have seen what is a PhD thesis, how it is different from a book, and most importantly what is a research publication or a research paper. Now we are going to talk about the details about how to find a journal where we can publish our work. I have told you that very briefly. The idea is that whatever new finding you have in your research that you want to get published in some journal. Now, in that process, the first step is to find a journal. And how do we find a journal? Now, there are many journals, and especially since the UGC University Grant Commission in India has come up with a point-based system for recruitment and promotion on faculties, where each publication is given some points. Then it has become a big business for the publishing houses to come up with journals. And now all the journals are not of um, should I say, are not very good, to be very polite. Good. In fact, some of the journals are considered as predatory and dubious in the sense that they are not at all genuine outlets for publication. So, if by mistake, when you are young, when you are when you are very eager to get your work published somewhere, if you end up unfortunately communicating your work in one of these predatory journals, then the problem is that the process of peer reviewing is just namesake. So they will be more than happy to publish your work, good or bad. They don't care. They just will ask you at the end to give you some fees. So pay some fees. There they will very very it will be mentioned in a very nice way that we are independent. We are an independent journal, so we don't have any funding from the government or from any society. Therefore, in order to cover our publishing fees, publishing cost, we are charging you a minor fees, and so and so forth. So many people may get lured into, and they end up publishing their work there. Now, UGC University Grant Commission has come up with a UGC CARE list. So CARE is Consortium for Academic and Research Ethics, CARE. So where you can find all the journals which UGC recognizes. Now, this is very important to have your work published in any one of these journals. So there are two broad groups. UGC CARE list 1 group, journals qualified through UGC's CARE protocols, and CARE 2 group, the journals indexed in globally recognized databases, for example in Scopus, for example in Science Direct, and so on. Recommending any journal through proper pro forma and process is free, and UGC does not collect any fees for the same. That is the point I was saying, that in most of these journals there is no fees, okay, for publication. It is the quality of your work that will decide. Of course, there are frontline journals, there are then journals of which would be in any branch. Frontline journals are the ones which aspire for publications in frontiers of that subject in that point of time. But sometimes what happens is we want to do research in a particular topic that may not be the frontier at that point of time. That happens. Even when I did my PhD thesis, I did it on something called kernel density estimation, which by that time was no longer the frontier of statistics, in the sense that a lot of work had already been done, but still I could find research problem. And but of course, in such cases, you will find it extremely difficult to get your work published, especially in the frontline journals. So, but then there are other journals which are perhaps more accommodating, in the sense that they would still like to have a look at your work, even if it is not from the frontline area, but then they will pay more attention to the quality of results that you have gotten, your calculation, and so on and so forth. Anyway, these are something we will talk gradually in the subsequent videos. But today I just want to caution you this, that please be cautioned to search this list. So here you can search by title. If you know, for example, I can so you will have to log in to, okay. So there is a process of login username. You are all are at more tech savvy than me, I believe. So you have to register here, then you have to log in. Now I forgot whether I even have registered here or not. But this UGC care list, I think your every department will be having, where you will pursue your research. Or if not, you can then register. But I am sure your universities will be having this. Where this. So you have to first look at the group 1 list, preferably all the leading journals which are or of some repute. They are there in the group 1 list, and in group 2 list, this keeps changing. Be caution. So there is a risk that whatever is there in the group 2 list, in future it may not be there. Okay. Now, why is this important? Because as I mentioned, now just like to appear for any teaching position, it is mandatory to have NET. And similarly, for your publications being considered for during your, when you apply for a job or for promotion, is only those publications which are published in UGC care list that will be of any value. And so you can submit search by title, ISSN publisher. Now what is it? ISSN, I have already found it for you. ISSN refers to an international standard serial number. It is an 8-digit number which uniquely identifies any article or magazine or book. Every book or journal will have an ISSN number, so you can submit by that also. So this is the brief message that I wanted to convey to you. So you can use this care initiative to promote research quality. Another thing that I would like to tell you, my target is to finish within 10 minutes, is to, what is Science Citation Index? So UGC care list is must. Then you must aspire for journals from the Science Citation Index. It is a citation index. That means like UGC care list, it is a list which was produced by, you can find the details here, and now there is an expanded Science Citation Index expanded. So let us go in the Wikipedia and see. The larger version, Science Citation Index in expanded, covers more than 9,200 notable and significant journals from 178 disciplines. So my suggestion would be, first look for UGC Care 1 list. And if it is UGC Care 1 list, care list 1, it is highly likely that that should also be in Science Citation Index. But please be sure and second check. It is ideal if you can publish in journals which are both in UGC care list 1 preferably and Science Citation Index. Then nothing like it. Then you have nothing to worry. Now, if it takes time, so be it, and don't be hurried to publish anywhere. Okay, for instance, I have some work. Let me show you here. This I just presented yesterday in ISPS conference, and this has been work under progress for more than 1 year. Okay, I have this research is funded by a matrix grant which I had gotten in 20, and I had been 2020. So I had been started on this problem from the late 2019 only, and now it is I'm working with one of my students. So this is just one problem. So it takes time, and you don't hurry to publish your work in any XYZ journal. So we haven't yet communicated or published it anywhere. And so that is the message I wanted to give you. What are informations I am giving you here are very simple and very basic, but it is very important to know these basics, get your basics